has created so many legendary fights. I remember when I was young, the first fight that I saw, Salvador Sanchez against Wilfredo Gomez, and then of course Edwin El Chapo Rosario against Julio Cesar Chavez. And let's not forget about Felix Trinidad, the island's hero, one of the island's heroes, against Oscar De La Hoya. Great memories.
Well, here comes Marcos Vazquez, who received the opportunity of a lifetime this summer when he got the call to face Steven Nelson on the Terrence Crawford Israel Madrimov undercard in Los Angeles. But unfortunately, the dream outing turned into a nightmare ending as Vazquez was knocked out in the 5th round of the biggest fight of his career. The big opportunities keep coming tonight, and Vazquez believes that his time training with the former super middleweight title holder Jose Uzcategui means that the best of him is still yet to come. Well, the 5-time Puerto Rican national amateur champion Luis Rodriguez has been a wrecking ball in the professional ranks thus far, scoring 11 knockouts to start his pro career. Last year, Rodriguez took his first step up against Roger Guerrero and worked his way through a 10-round unanimous decision. But the part-time school teacher knows about learning opportunities and is looking to combine his explosive power with his new 10-round experience in the biggest fight of his career thus far.
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to the city of Bayamón as we continue one of the greatest rivalries in sports, Mexico, Puerto Rico. Taínos contra Aztecas, a presentation of fresh production de Juan Yomi Orengo and being sponsored by Tropical Casino, along with B Media and streaming on ppv.com. Tonight's bouts are being sanctioned by the Honorable Boxing Commission of Puerto Rico. Its president is Miguel Laureano, and our supervisor this evening is Jose Miguel Perez. We start the evening with this bout set for 10 rounds or less in the super middleweight division. Damas y caballeros, arrancamos con este duelo pactado a 10 vueltas en la división peso supermediano. Los jueces son, the judges are José Silva, Gerardo Martínez y José Roberto Torres. In charge of the action, referee José H. Rivera. Introducing first, the fighter standing in the red corner, presentando la esquina roja, vestido de blanco con vivos color rosa. He enters the ring wearing white with pink trim. He weighed in at an official 167 pounds. Tonight, he enters the ring for the 23rd time as a pro with an outstanding record of 20 victories against 1 defeat, 1 bout even, and 10 of his victories coming by way of KO. Esta noche, sube en su combate 23º a nivel profesional, con un récord espectacular de 20 victorias, solo 1 derrota, 1 empate y 10 de sus victorias por la vía del knockout. Representando a Tijuana, Baja California, México, el zurdo, Marcos Vazquez. Across the ring in the red corner, wearing boricua, red, white, and blue en la esquina roja, vestido del tricolor boricua, rojo, azul y blanco. Detuvo la báscula a un peso idéntico de 167 libras. He tipped the scales at an identical 167 pounds. Tonight, he puts his undefeated record on the line, consisting of 13 victories, 11 of those victories coming by way of KO. Esta noche pone en juego su récord invicto a nivel profesional, con 13 victorias, 11 de sus victorias por la vía del knockout, representando a la ciudad 5 estrellas, Guaynabo, Puerto Rico, Luis Rodríguez.
Golpe de aquí para arriba, legal. De aquí para abajo, ilegal. ¿Ok? Suelta y choca en guante y que gane el mejor. Vamos.
And we take a look at the tail of the tape for our opening contest. Luis Rodriguez and Marcos Vazquez. You see the measurables. Rodriguez enjoying both a height and reach advantage in this one, as the 35-year-old Marcos Vazquez looks to bounce back after that high-profile loss to Steven Nelson. And we are ready to get underway here in Bayamón. It's Taínos versus Aztecas all night long. And round one of this fight and of this little mini tournament, Raul, is now underway.
Yes, sir. We see Vazquez there. That call him El Zurdo. Why? Well, I think because he's a southpaw.
That's right.
Out of southpaw position. He said he's gonna have to apply pressure. You know, he is the Mexican. We got the Puerto Rican, Luis Rodriguez. He is the guy that's gonna be more of a boxer and fight from the outside. Right now, both guys trying to figure each other out, trying to tap with the jab so far, Corey.
See Rodriguez looking for that right hand to the body. Rodriguez really settling in to a more professional style now. We mentioned he's a 5-time Puerto Rican national amateur champion. Put together really a string of knockouts to start his pro career. But now, Raul, he's starting to face the types of fighters that can give him a little bit of resistance. He faced that a couple of fights ago against Roger Guerrero, and this is an even more significant step up tonight.
I would think so, and that's what it's about. It's about, you know, you can't be fighting guys that you're just gonna knock a hit and they're gonna fall. You're not gonna learn nothing from a knockout like that. Yes, you know, coming up, you're gonna get those kind of opponents, but you always want to get tested. You always want to get better. You always want to be learning the trade, and I think this is a really good test for Luis Rodriguez.
Mentioned that Rodriguez went the 10-round distance against Roger Guerrero. He really had to pace himself in a fight, but also lost rounds for the first time in his pro career in that fight. A lot of lessons to take away from that fight as he places another nice sweeping right hand to the body of Marcos Vazquez.
Yeah, that's a very smart shot right there by Rodriguez, you know, and I've said it before in the past. Again, another right hand. A lot of fighters are scared to throw that, you know, lunging right hand. He's not really lunging. When you throw it right, you keep your feet, your weight in the center, like he did right there, to avoid getting hit by Zurdo's left hand. And so far, it's been connected very well, Corey.
Rodriguez looping that right hand. Comes in with a nice uppercut to the body, stepping to the inside for the first time in this fight.
Man, so far for Rodriguez, it's a buffet of those right hands, really placing those right hands really good to the body, over the top, straight right hand, and setting everything, you know, with the jab. And he's fighting really smart right now, in and out. Look at that beautiful jab. He's in control. That's what you want to do in this first round.
Remember, it was body shots from Steven Nelson that really led to the demise of Vazquez last time out. So perhaps Rodriguez studying the tape and making that investment early, as we're inside the final 10 seconds of the opening round of the night. And once more, Rodriguez goes right along the belt line of Vazquez. A dominant start for the pride of Tua Alto, Puerto Rico. Round 2 underway. So Jose Dearo in the corner of Marcos Vazquez. No Jose Uzcategui in his corner here tonight. But Marcos Vazquez has plenty of elite associations. His manager, Kid Mello, his godfather is Julio Cesar Chavez Sr.
Oh, wow.
Vazquez at 35 years of age still thinks that there's another level that he can hit in the sport, and certainly if he could upset a top 168-pound prospect in his homeland, those big opportunities would keep on coming.
Yeah, well, he started very slow in that first round. You know, he did say that in the fighter meetings he was going to cut the distance quick. He's going to go to the body and break him down. He likes to counterpunch. I mean, maybe he's trying to bait him in and try to counterpunch, but so far he hasn't been successful. He's too slow with his hands and too slow with his feet, and so far he's not been able to catch Luis Rodriguez with some good shots.
Right hand to the body again. You saw earlier Rodriguez starting to think about that left uppercut as well, and we're seeing a little more upper body movement from Rodriguez in this round, starting to feel a little bit more confident, maybe saw what he needed to see in round 1.
Yeah, and I think if you saw, he's really landing the mark right there with that right hand. Again, he threw it to the body. I felt that Vazquez really felt that right hand, and I'm telling you, the closer Rodriguez gets, the harder it gets for Vazquez to stay away from that right hand, Corey. There's that right hand again. He's got to get a little bit closer. I like to see Rodriguez jab a little bit more. Just a touching jab. Just put it out there to cut that distance.
So Rodriguez a moment ago get touched for the first time. A little right hook from Vazquez connected. But Rodriguez back on top of Vazquez and really stepping up the foot pressure here in round 2.
You look at Vazquez, he's just, you know, he's single punching. You know, he's not going to beat a guy like Rodriguez with one shot. He's got to put his punches together.
Oh, right hand, and down goes Vazquez.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Rodriguez was creeping forward all round long, and he brought that right hand up top to flatten Vazquez, and now he has an opportunity to end this one in round 2.
Yeah, I think Vazquez is hurt. I think Rodriguez needs to take advantage. He needs to jump on him, go crazy with his right hand. That right hand finally found his mark and put Vazquez down. That was flush in his face, a little bit holding there.
Seconds ticking away here. Vazquez maybe with an opportunity to make it out of the round. The clock very much on his side, as Rodriguez has put him on the canvas for the first time and make it 2.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
A little bit of a cuffing shot, but they will all be scored the same.
That's saved by the bell for Vazquez.
Joven, voy a empezar por aquí.
No, te aguantaste mucho. Al no enfocarte, te aguantaste demasiado. Tienes que ponerle presión, pero sin enfocarte. Yo te la daba, abre el camino, para que tú no te quedes más.
Igual. Tú también, aparte de tirar tu izquierda, la derecha, que la vamos a subir de cancha rápido. Tiramos abajo y arriba. Es más lento, bueno, más un poquito más de potencia, que pasamos más rápido. ¿Eh? Vamos a trabajar la velocidad. Tranquilito, no te golpes.
Este para adelante enfocado, el paso. Oye, si no quiere pelear.
Well, there's that right hand that landed right on the button of Vazquez. Put him on his butt. He was hurt. He knew how to survive. He's a veteran. I think he knew how to survive. Or let's see if he could make it out of this 3rd round. See a very confident Luis Rodriguez in the corner now.
Round 3 underway, and we've been watching how that knockdown, or those 2 knockdowns developed. All throughout round 1, Rodriguez placing that right hand to the body was kind of teaching Vazquez to look for that shot. Really, the first time he let that right hand go up top, it sent him to the canvas.
Yeah, it was picture perfect. He timed it very well.
Big left hook, and that one wobbles Vazquez again.
If you see, now he's trying to confuse Vazquez. Instead of trying to land the right hand, he's trying to land the counter left hook that found his mark too.
Rodriguez showing Vazquez pressure, showing him movement, and right now is just overwhelming the 35-year-old from Tijuana. Another right hand and then a left hook to the body from Rodriguez. Rodriguez starting to show the extent of his arsenal.
Vazquez trying to put a little bit of pressure on Rodriguez. I think that's the only way. I think that's the only way. He's got to cut the distance, got to get in there. He is the slower fighter, the older fighter. He's really slow on his feet. I don't think he's going to beat Rodriguez from the outside. He's too fast, he's too sharp, and he keeps getting caught with those right hands and left hooks, Corey.
Yeah, and one thing Vazquez said he's been working on is not moving too much. Earlier in his career, that was one of his issues, kind of movement for the sake of movement. Unfortunately, by standing in front of Rodriguez, he's paid the price dearly.
Absolutely, yeah. A lot of right hands, a lot of left hooks. He's been needing those right hands. But it seems like this round he's moving a little bit more. Talking about Vazquez getting out of the way of the line of fire. Again, he is 35 years of age. Maybe he's warming up a little bit more. It does take a while. The older you get, it takes a while to get warmed up.
So Rodriguez trying to step around with that left hook. Another right hand from Rodriguez, and you see a brief little dip in the knees of Vazquez there. And Rodriguez just has that knowing look on his face, Raul, that you see fighters have when they know that they can end a fight.
Right, he's looking to time him, he's jabbing, he's following him, he's trying to break him down, he's trying to cut the distance, he's trying to surprise him. But it looks like Vazquez is going more into defensive mode. He's not taking any risks. If he doesn't take any risks, then it's harder for Rodriguez to look for openings. But that was still a good round for Rodriguez.
Simplemente usa tu distancia. Úsalo. Pero no me vayas las manos, te envío por la zurda.
So as the Coliseo Ruben Rodriguez here in Bayamón starts to fill up. Round 4 is underway in our opener here between Luis Rodriguez and Marcos Vazquez. Vazquez on the floor twice in round 2. And Rodriguez on the hunt for what would be his 12th knockout as a professional. You see Rodriguez trying to get that left uppercut going. That is a story in his career thus far. He did break his left hand, scoring a knockout over Encarnacion Diaz not that long ago. So good to see that Rodriguez doesn't have any hesitation about letting that go, just as he has with that right hand. No hesitation whatsoever as Vazquez is on the floor again.
Vazquez is complaining it was behind the head. I don't think it was intentional, you know, it just, he's trying to punch around the glove, and that's what you got to do when a guy covers up like that. Rodriguez is doing what he has to do with his right hand. Can't get desperate.
Quick little left hook on the inside from Rodriguez as both fighters try to break free. That knockdown was certainly not a shot behind the head, but if it was, it certainly was not intentional, as you mentioned.
Yeah, I don't think so.
When you have a fighter shelling up, you loop the shot.
Oh.
That's where it might land.
Yeah, Vazquez just landed a nice
same one, and that one will be called a slip.
I think he pushed him down.
heard the crack of that shot. The feet came together at the same time. And it seems like a matter of time before Rodriguez ends this one. With Vazquez still up to the challenge, letting some shots go to the body.
Good left hand by Rodriguez. And you see, sorry, no, I was talking about good left hand by Vazquez.
Yeah.
You see Rodriguez holding on. He says that, he saw that. You look at Vazquez, El Zurdo Vazquez. He's trying to land that left hand again, but you see Rodriguez come back with a nice 1-2.
Final 30 seconds here of round 4. 3 knockdowns now in the bank for Luis Rodriguez. But Marcos Vazquez, if he's on his way out, he's on his way out on his shield.
Yes. This is definitely a really good test so far for Luis Rodriguez. Vazquez is not making it easy, even though he's been down many times. He's not ready to give up.
Nice uppercut there from Vazquez.
Hand, yeah.
The best work of the fight thus far from Vazquez has come after that knockdown.
There we see the knockdown. I don't know if it was kind of like a push. Oh, that's when he hit him behind the head. You see Vazquez complaining. But hey, it's boxing. I mean, he was trying to punch. Look, he was trying to punch around the glove. And I don't think it was intentionally. You know, if you see Vazquez, he kind of leaned into that shot. Here we see it again. Oh, there's that beautiful uppercut by Rodriguez. Vazquez tries to come back.
To Vazquez's credit, he came off his stool looking more energetic than he has at any point in this fight thus far. And he's letting his hands go early here in round 5. Got a massive hill to climb here against Luis Rodriguez. Been on the mat 3 times. And Rodriguez looking to make it number 4 and looking to make it final. As he starts to get a little bit more playful with his footwork in walking Vazquez down.
Yeah, I think Rodriguez is, you know, he's feeling himself there. He's flowing with his combinations. Look at his footwork. He's flowing really well. Fast press combinations. And that's what he's got to do with a veteran. With a veteran like Vazquez, you got to put your punches together. You got to confuse the veteran. Not always come with big shots, and that's what Rodriguez is doing right now. But I'm telling you, Vazquez is still coming back with something every now and then, Corey.
Yeah, you can see the marking on Rodriguez's face, a little bit of swelling underneath his left eye as well. And as one-sided as this one is on the scorecards, it still is a good learning experience for this young prospect.
And that's great for his development. That's what you need. Yes, it would have been great, you know, if he would have knocked him down when he had him hurt in round number 2, but that's why you fight a veteran like Vazquez. You know, there's a big chance that he might give up, and he's going to test.
A big uppercut there from Rodriguez. Absolutely beautiful shot.
6, 7, 8.
And that is it. The Vazquez corner has seen enough. A picture-perfect uppercut and a picture-perfect way to kick things off for Team Puerto Rico here tonight.
Putting Team Puerto Rico 1-0. It's a good start. It's a great performance by the undefeated Luis Rodriguez. I'm sure his corner is very happy with his performance. This was a really good test for him. We saw a little bit of everything. You know, he had his opponent down many times, but he was durable. He got hit a couple of times, and he finally ended it. And that's what you want to see when a guy is growing and learning the trade, the boxing game.
A massive win for Luis Rodriguez when it comes to his development. 12th knockout of his young pro career. And Rodriguez, as you might expect from a school teacher, is someone who understands the concept of graduation, of learning things. When he was asked, hey, how long until you can challenge some of the big names at 168? He said, well, if they gave me the fight, of course, train as hard as I could and give it a go, but I think I need some more time before I'm ready for that. So Rodriguez, very reasonable when it comes to his development, but he certainly looks like one to watch in the coming years. All right, we are ready to make this one official. Let's send it back up to Lupe Contreras.
Inside the Fresh Productions ring, the red corner informs referee Jose H. Rivera their fighter can no longer continue, obligating him to stop this contest with an official time of 1 minute 40 seconds, round number 5. Damas y caballeros, la esquina roja le indica al referee Jose H. Rivera que su peleador no puede continuar, obligándolo a parar la contienda con un tiempo oficial de 1 minuto 41 segundos del quinto asalto, declarando al ganador por knockout técnico, declaring the winner by way of technical knockout, still undefeated, Luis Rodriguez.